We are a farm-to-table place. Our mission is to create community and celebrate local farmers and tell a story through food. But we just like to really be able to tell the story behind food, and that kind of goes together with the celebrating the local farmers. So we know who grew the things, we can introduce you to them, we can show you their picture. We also just want to talk to the farmers and get to know them as people and know that they are really caring about what they're doing. So Collective Harvest is a group of 4 farmers that are pretty close to local, to here in Athens. So they're a group of farmers that works together to just kind of make it easier for both sides, both the purchaser and the farmers, as far as their practices and how they get the food from the farm itself to the restaurant or to the consumer.
And so they decided that if they came together and pooled their resources, that they would be able to provide more to a CSA. And of course, eventually the goal for them was to be able to grow big enough that they could then hire someone who could manage the CSA so that they can focus their efforts on farming and I can focus my efforts on the actual CSA and the managing of that side of things. And so the restaurant sales kind of came along with that, in that there's always extra produce. And instead of an individual farmer having to have all these contacts with all these chefs and having to shoot out text messages and emails and phone calls every single time they're like, oh my gosh, I have extra kale or I have extra turnips or something like that, having someone who can, organize and aggregate all of that is great for the farmer, and then also it helps us as an entity be a lot more reliable.
We plan our menus according to what we know is going to be available. We have a big chart specifically from Collective Harvest on the wall in our kitchen that tells us what's available during what months, and we try to plan the menus accordingly to use mostly the produce that's going to be coming directly from the farms, and then we order from them once a week and they bring us the stuff.
I love the vegetable plate. It's always changing. It's kind of like Cheers. They have a drink ready, they know your name, and it's just a nice place to come after work and relax and no stress.
I think that we really care about what we do and about making them have as good of experience as possible, and we hope that they care about the food that they're eating, but if they're just here for a meal, that they just had a really nice meal, even if they aren't interested in the farm to table thing. Yeah.